planning. Urban planning is the way in which we facilitate growth and development in the built environment, while keeping in mind people and the issues that affect the modern world. Up until recently, urban planning has been adult-centered, created by adults for adults. In 1989, the United Nations created the Convention of the Rights of the Child. This created new global guidelines for children and youth as world citizens worthy of a voice. It also emphasized civic participation, sprouting a movement of youth participation all over the world. Studies have shown that children and youth are disproportionately affected by their surroundings and are often victims of pollution, crime, violence, and exploitation. Therefore, there is a need for youth inclusion in the decisions that affect their built environment. Community planning boards are citizen urban planning groups that help create community plans and guide land use decisions. Hi, my name is Natalia Jepson, and for my project, I did a comparative study in San Diego community planning on establishing youth participation in land use decisions. For my project, I compared 6 different community planning areas and their planning boards in San Diego: La Jolla, Rancho Bernardo, North Park, Linda Vista, City Heights, and Barrio Logan. 2 lower-income neighborhoods, 2 middle, and 2 high-income neighborhoods. I wanted to see which communities needed youth representation the most compared to which community planning boards were the most willing to establish a youth participation program. Also, I wanted to see if there would be any hurdles in establishing such a program. To determine which communities needed youth representation the most, I used the Child Opportunity Index, which measures youth opportunities through 19 different factors, such as education, crime data, pollution, etc., in a given metropolitan area. The index is shown on a GIS map, the lower scores on the index being lighter in color and the higher scores in darker colors. I then added the borders of the community planning areas to see how these communities scored. The neighborhoods that were the lowest and in the most need of youth participation were the lower income communities of Barrio Logan and City Heights. To determine which communities would be most willing to establish a youth participation project, I surveyed community planning board members. When asked how they felt about community equity, inclusion, and public participation, all communities scored high. When asked how they felt about youth engagement, all communities also scored high. But when asked if they would be supportive of a board member under the age of 18, the results varied. The lower income communities of City Heights and Barrio Logan scored significantly higher than the other communities and were in most support of a youth participation project. Through informal interviews with board members, it was determined that the city bylaws that govern the community planning boards do not allow for anyone under the age of 18. To conclude, the lower income neighborhoods of Barrio Logan and City Heights are in the most need of youth participation and are also the most willing to establish such programs. But the citywide laws restricting youth need to be changed.